Due to the graphic nature of its content, listener discretion is advised.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea.
On this episode of Cigars and Sea Stories, Mike and Jocelyn are sitting down with Tyler Pozolinski. He's a fellow Marine combat veteran. He and Mike served together, that's me, by the way, in 1-5. And we were also in 81's platoon. A very cool story. Saw each other before and after deployments and kind of in between and stuff like that. Now a published author. Congratulations on that, Ra. And you're living in Wisconsin, correct?
Wisconsin.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
And doing great things over there with fellow veteran students. And a number of different people we originally started talking to one another about entrepreneurship and a few of these other great things that we're doing at the collegiate level and how we're working with veterans. And I said, dude, we got to have you on the show, not just because we chewed the same dirt. And I think it would be great to have some Staff Sergeant Stewart stories on here, but also because you're doing great things. You're adding value to the world. So welcome to Cigars and Sea Stories. So what's the title of your book?
It's called See Me For Who I Am. It's a collective of at least 20 other authors about military veterans transitioning from war and coming home.
And it's a very cool concept. It's basically vignettes from across, it's a cross section of the war.
It spans like every part, as far as people who didn't get to deploy to non-combat deployments to even women in combat.
Lionesses. The lioness. Was she a lioness?
I don't actually know.
Oh, yeah. No, it was good. It was a necessary role. Don't get me wrong. But I've had a few run-ins with a couple of lionesses. Like, I remember there was one that came out to PB Combati, and we were like, hey, it's all right. Like, I get it. Usually, you get messed with, but it's all good. We're police advisors. We understand that you get fucked with by all the regular, well, I don't even want to say regular. But
the straight legs.
All of the other grunts who don't fucking understand what it's like dealing with these people. So.
Yeah, because we're assholes.
Yeah, you are.
That's like why no one likes veterans, is because we're all assholes.
Fuck that. You can't handle the truth. You know what I'm saying? So when did you come into this Corps?
When did I what?
When did you come into the Corps?
June 6, 2010.
Out. 2010.
Youngster, how old are you?
How old? Oh, I was 18.
Right on.
You were like, yes.
Yeah.
It was fucking gung-ho. Hell
Mm-hmm.
yes. Dude, that's unreal. I killed my first person when you were in middle school. All right, moving forward. So I'm going to skip straight to it. Was your first deployment Sangin?
Yeah.
It was. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you deploy after that also?
Yeah, we went on the 30 Worst MEU after that.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did the workout. Okay, all right, backing up here. So, you're a fellow 0341.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you. Toughest job in the Corps. Just throwing it out there.
The jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades. There it is. So, tell us now, showing up to the fleet, your first unit was?
1st Battalion, 5th Marines.
Make peace or die.
Mm-hmm.
And you immediately showed up on scene, went in 81's platoon, and you were there when?
From September until I left and went to division.
September of what year?
2010.
So, Ski and I got to the unit at the exact same time. That's when I checked in, was September 1, 2010.
Sergeant Penney immediately knew that I was destined for failure.
I immediately walked into that platoon and said, it is time for me to get the fuck out of this platoon. And then I went to Sergeant Major and volunteered to go into the police advisor team. There it is.
Bless your soul.
Well, it was funny because we had these mentorships. God bless 81's platoon. They did a great job They sincerely, I really do mean that. They did a great job over there. They had great sergeants over there. I did not mean to disrespect them by leaving the platoon. They had 8 sergeants when I showed up. They did not need me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you guys didn't train with foreign weapons the entire time you were overseas. Did you pick up an AK-47 when you were overseas?
I don't think so.
No? I fixed like 100 of them. All right, so my foreign weapons background came in handy in working with AUP, hence why I went over there. I just wanted to clear that up. Thank you.
A little snippet, no big deal. Moving on.
Let me just subtly slip that in there.
Little bit for the record. It's not because I don't love you guys. Much rather the opposite. But
Don't mind my dick flapping in the wind.
you guys are awesome, though. All right, so and we're gonna have Sega on here at some point in time. Yeah, I'm calling you out. This is happening. But we're gonna have him on as Montgomery Fitzgerald.
I don't know if you're ready for that.
Yeah, I think we're ready for the army.
Oh, God.
All right,
right,
so
so-
moving into modern day, what do you do now aside from authoring and being an all-around badass, rolling around Wisconsin, telling all of the Scandinavians to go fuck themselves?
I go to college now. I'm just at University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point.
Don't be bashful. Where do you sit on the student council, young man?
I'm the president of the university's Veterans Club.
There you go.
Later, not this month, April, we're going out to Indiana to speak at a military and veterans conference in Purdue.
See, so doing good things, adding value. Hell yes. Well, and you're doing a touring and a book signing, are you not?
Hopefully. We're still waiting to hear back as to what's going on with that. They want to roll through the East Coast and do all that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, come down here anytime.
Sounds good to me. I'll be driving down to Daytona by Thursday.
There you go. Hey, one of the cool things here, we've kind of walked through, like, I did the police advisor training group, blah, blah, blah. You were going through the battalion pipeline. When you got to the battalion in September, what was the first training evolution that we got to?
Field day.
You got me.
Let's see. Well, we hit the unit on Thursday, and the entire platoon just came out of the field after a food deprivation exercise, so it was a pretty miserable Thursday.
Right. No, I feel you. But was it Steel Night?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just putzing around in the backyard. Then like a week later, we went and did what was it? That 10-day field op that everyone loved.
Oh, in the tomato patch.
Yeah, it was all over the place.
Dude, that was ridiculous. Going to the field in Mateo, I'm sorry, is a little fucking ridiculous.
When you can just see your barracks.
Oh my
it's just
God.
torture.
Going to the field in Pendleton in general sucks balls. Yeah, the tomato patch. Okay, so then what? We did the tomato patch and the 10-day.
We did the 10-day, and I think we went on pre-deployment leave right after that.
Yeah, it was weird.
And then we came back from that, and we did Mojave Viper, and then we were just out the door after that.
So you don't remember? No, we did Steel Night. That was that 10-day effects that was out in 29 Palms. Remember we went out to 29 Palms twice?
I never did a Steel Night. I did 2 field ops before we went on deployment.
No shit.
Yeah, there was the 10-day and there was Mojave. There might have been some white space fill-in days, but other than that, it was just those 2.
Lucky motherfucker.
Son of a
Like
bitch.
5 minutes of boot time and then you're overseas.
Dude, Steel Night sucked balls too. We were Aero Scouting tracks the whole time. Fucking sucked. Sucking diesel fuel. Yeah, dude, you are lucky to whatever extent. Who was your platoon sergeant?
What was his name? It was Davila back then.
Yep. Okay, so you deployed where?
We were in Sangin and we were at PB Chickaw.
No, that's north of Jackson, right?
I think it was east.
Okay. Because we never interacted.
No, we didn't. You were, all hooking and jabbing.
I was slaying bodies, motherfucker.
That's what I said. I was just trying not to build into your ego too much.
No big whoop. My head won't fit through the doorway. Don't worry. Don't worry about knocking down my ego. I walk out of here and then my wife immediately is just gonna be like, "The fuck are you looking at?" God damn it. It's like 5 foot nothing with a 6 foot mouth.
Full frontal assault at Bob Invictus, huh?
Exactly. Oh, it's like all internal. Just slices me, cuts me right down. Thank you for priding my insecurity. So, all right, post deployment, we link back up. See, that's where Ski and I's story kind of interlocks.
Mm-hmm.
We link back up. Now I'm back in 81s after police advisor team, and I mean, like, the skates are full blown strapped down at this point.
It was impressive, really.
I mean, like, how often did you see me?
You were like the Chief Warrant Officer 5 of the enlisted people. You didn't exist.
Just
You
the
could have taken.
seams.
You could have taken 2 weeks of leave and came back, and everyone would have thought you were there yesterday.
I had it down to a science.
Mm-hmm.
Is he there? Is he here? Who's accountable for him? Doesn't really matter. He's a sergeant. Ugh.
Did he just post that he's in North Carolina?
Right?
No. I just saw him 10 minutes ago.
Right. That's where it's at. I was in my prime. Fuck.
That's impressive.
Why did I leave? Dude, we were just chatting with Wade Spann about the Helo Dunker.
Ugh. That was fun. I remember that.
Was it? Did you enjoy it?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Dude.
I remember that. I was just thinking about that the other day because me and my buddy were in San Diego, and I was telling him about the Helo Dunker. And there was this old couple, and we were in Little Italy, and they ended up paying for our dinner because they just heard me talking about the Helo Dunker, and they told the waiter to pay for that SEAL's dinner. And I was like, I'm not a SEAL.
Get that fucking title away from me. Fuck that.
I'll pay for my own fucking dinner.
I'd have been like, yeah, I'm a fucking SEAL, and then I'd punch that lady in the mouth. And just give her the black eye. What do you think?
Jesus.
What do you think? No? I went, that escalated quickly.
We haven't even had one on the show.
Do they exist?
I think they're more of a myth than anything.
They're hiding.
It's like Santa Claus.
Mm.
They're underwater attaching bombs to the side of ships right now.
You be careful out there.
They are like dolphins, and you know what dolphins do.
They rape people.
Exactly. Thank you. See? Another person knows.
It's an epidemic.
It's common knowledge.
It really is. It's one of those things. Have you heard the show before, or are you coming on with this freelance style?
No, this is all me, all natural.
I have yet another corroborating story here that dolphins are rapers.
Yeah, they are.
They're dirty fucking rapers.
They're the most sexually active mammal next to Mike.
That's so... Have you been reading my Wikipedia?
No.
That is so unbelievably accurate. Oh my god. Yep.
You're like that woman who robbed the candy store, but then forgot her baby in the candy store and had to go back and get her baby.
That's fucked up.
All while dodging dolphin rape the whole time. Well,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Major takeaway. Make a swim up candy store. That's what I just heard. Like there's some sort of candy store that you can swim up to.
With compressed oxygen from China.
Oh god. When you evolved out of the core, what year was that?
2014.
My god.
So, all right.
Good year.
Oh my god.
It was a very good year.
That Mew workup, I just gotta go back to it real quick. Jaron and I out there with the 9mm, these guys are doing gun drills, and we're shooting golf balls at them while they're doing gun drills. And then I went to Subway. It was so good.
No, it wasn't, because that was the shittiest Subway in all of Camp Pendleton, because they take a half hour to make your fucking sandwich. Every time.
It depends on if you know the people.
Mm.
And then you can get the hookup. I got double meat on that shit, plus bacon.
Maybe
I think
they just-
always toasted my shit.
It's like, oh, he's a sergeant. Oh, fuck that Lance Corporal.
There you go.
We know who runs the Marine Corps.
There it is. So, yeah, I'm sorry. You left the service and you wound up going on to other things. Did you go straight home?
Yes and no. When I got out, I just took all that money I made and got for traveling, and I just traveled for about the next year before I went to college.
Cigars and Sea Stories is proud to support and sling Counter-Strike coffee. Counter-Strike coffee, I want you to know, is meant to be drink black. Now, I myself love coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker. I went away from black coffee for a little while. Needed the cream and sugar when I was rocking it with the generic blend. Counter-Strike coffee brought me back into the fold in a huge way. They do a great dark roast. I'm a big fan of napalm. That's my fave. Smooth operator is good, though. It can go with cakes and pies, and I got a bit of a sweet tooth. I know a couple of us do, you know. And then also Firewatch. I mean, Firewatch, that's going to be the kick in the ass that you need in order to get your day going the right way. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already done so, check out counterstrikecoffee.com. Use promo code Cigars and Sea. You will get 10% off. Again, that's counterstrikecoffee.com. Use promo code Cigars and Sea to get yourself 10% off.
Was that a good reset for you? I mean, a lot of people don't get that opportunity or are not afforded that opportunity. And I think that rather than have some of these, broken veteran type of endeavors, there could be something along those lines where guys get that chance to reset. Was that something good for you? Was it something that you feel helped you out as far as reintegrating, so to speak, though jarheads never actually do?
It definitely let me blow off a lot of steam. I drank a lot of beer. And then towards the end of it, I changed over to Pabst.
There it is. On my own front. Here's to you, Bedard. Love you, buddy. Go on.
Yeah, I got home and basically I'd just look at my fake watch and say it's about that time. I'd just throw some clothes in my car and I'd drive.
Nice. There you go. You know, if at all possible. Why not? Fuck it. You know? It allows you to go out and do some stuff and see the world and experience some stuff and maybe get beat up a little bit, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's necessary.
All right, so war story. Something from Sangin. Banging and Sangin, hit 'em up. Let's hear the most god-awful, disgusting, weird, funny, animated thing that you have to offer. What's the ski got for us?
Let's see. You know those little assholes that just always, the little asshole children? They were filling up water bottles with MRE heaters or whatever, and they were throwing them at post. I was sitting on the post facing out. It used to be like the Afghan post, and we had just taken it over for some reason. It was nasty as fuck up there. But these little asshole children used to go up there and throw rocks at us all the time. And then one day I just waved down their dad, and I was flagging him down, and I just started pointing at his kids. And he looks down and just points one finger at his kid, and I was like, yeah, just straight up lines up and cold cocks his kid right across the face. Just starts wailing on this little motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's the thing, is they're fucking brutal. Brutal on their children.
They don't care.
Dude, the Iraqis are the same way. Dude, remember the headmaster of the school?
Well, yeah, he just had a
that
authority
guy was
complex.
Fucking crazy, man. He would take a shepherd's hook and just helicopter it through a fucking crowd of kids. My god. Shit ain't right, man. Shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Tell you what ain't right is getting caught in post by the fucking Captain Whitespace.
Were you beating it?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Just maliciously going to town on myself.
Was your kid on though?
Yes.
There
And
you
no.
go. Then you're fine.
Nah, he was he was standing behind me, just
Watching
standing
you?
there.
You didn't
Yeah.
say shit,
Was he jerking off too?
dude.
How do you know he wasn't? What if he completed and then got mad at you? Because, like, that afterwards when you're all depressed a little bit and you're tired, like, maybe that's what set him off.
You just get that air of someone behind you. And I had my NVGs off, and I picked him up off the berm, and I put him to my face, and I turned around, and I saw him, and I was just like, "Raw, sir."
Mid combat Jack. Just like rah.
No words were spoken, but we knew we had shared a
my
moment.
God, that's awesome.
It was like that scene in 300 where Gerard Butler gives his best friend that little necklace, and any words to the queen, he's like, "None that need to be spoken."
Oh, my God.
Oh,
So
dude.
nothing came of it? He,
It was just a beautiful transcendent moment between
nice.
a young man and an even younger man.
I'm glad that you told me that it was at night and that your NVGs were down, because you just know, like, the eyes were closed. Right? There was there was a lubricant medium
Now you're thinking about my dick now.
of Swartz, and you're sitting there like, oh man, I'm good, I'm solid, I'm free as a bird, dude. Were you like down to the knees on the trousers?
Oh no, that's
No,
like that
you're
was like
turtling.
That's 3/4 of the way through deployment. That's amateur shit.
You're turtling. I
Yep.
got you. I got you. I'm feeling you.
Everybody,
Oh man.
or the sergeant major race,
What's that?
racing to get done before sergeant major gets in the wire.
Like JO for T. JO for T was a good time. That's how you get through Mojave Viper. People don't know. They don't fucking know about JO for T.
Where you just melt inside the porta shitter and never come back from it.
There it is.
I lost my soul in a porta shitter about 500 times.
Oh man, I'm dying over here. I'm just thinking about like sweating my balls off.
Just kicking the door open and then getting yelled at on Leatherneck by a female fucking lieutenant. Close that fucking door!
Aha! Yeah, you kind of feel like the dude off Silence of the Lambs. But at the same time, though, like, it's balls hot in that mother trucker. And you gotta
Yes.
take care of business.
Oh, he's
Throwing
doing it
out
now.
there.
There it is. Pulled it out. This is not combat, so this does not count as a combat jack.
Are you wearing boot bands? Because that counts.
Right now?
There it is. Did you just pull your dick out? I could hear it.
No, that's Sebastian again.
Dear Lord.
I never put mine away.
Dude, that's the thing. Okay, so, like, a good combat jack needs to happen every once in a while. I mean, that's just... It's the nature of it. Nature of the beast. I can't believe that this guy's gonna sit there. He didn't say anything?
No,
That's uncalled for.
I can still see his face. All over.
I can still see his face. How long do you think he was behind you before he realized something was going on? And then,
Oh my god. I
Long
can
enough.
still see his face.
like this horrified, like wide-eyed look.
Like you fucking stabbed him in the belly at Tu Brutus. Like, I can see it, but the face is all green because of the snipish. It's like a spooky green face of a Marine officer while you're
Just for the-
trying to masturbate. You're just trying to get one off.
Just with a fat dip in.
Oh.
You know what? His picture was drawn on every post. It was just a picture of a big fat cock and balls with a dip in.
Oh, man.
We called him Captain Whitespace.
Oh, God. That's so bad.
That was just a young PFC.
Jailing on post. How many hours into it were you?
Probably 3.
There it is.
And which JO were you on? 1, 2, or 3?
I was probably on 9 or 10. Those are amateur. Those are amateur numbers, Sebastian.
Hey,
Those
you
are
know,
amateur numbers.
we didn't have we had Rippets, okay, and they were the small bottles. All right, you guys had some crazy shit over there.
Oh, we had Rippets too. I just double fisted.
Oh, gotcha. All right, well,
Mhm.
you know, you
There it
gotta
is.
take care of business where you can.
Lonely nights.
Now, is this what you wrote about as far as all your sea stories?
Lonely nights on post.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
There you
Yes.
go. That's what you can write for our audience, folks.
You could be the modern day Danielle Steele.
It'll be like helmet for my pillow, but tears for my lube.
I'd read the fuck out of that. Well,
It's a real page turner.
just so that the audience knows and to completely put you on the spot, I have asked Mr. Pozolinski over here to be writing some sea stories for future release on Cigars and Sea Stories.
Release.
blog.
Release.
So
After
those
vigorous-
will be coming up here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's something that we're very excited about as far as switching over. You know, I don't want to say switching to a new formula, but a lot of the listener feedback out there has been heard, understood, and acknowledged. That is to say, you guys want to read more blog content while you're listening to the show, and I don't blame you. And so, Mr. Pozolinski over here is going to have
Don't read while driving, people. I mean,
We're speaking from experience here, right? See what I did?
I'm a little concerned for you right now, Jocelyn.
I am too. Every day.
Where can people pick
day.
up your book?
It's on Amazon right now. If you go in and look under, it's from the last time I checked, it was the #1 in its category for military books. Just Google
Brilliant.
"See Me for Who I Am."
Okay, see me for who I am.
And it'll be on Amazon. So check
Yes.
that out. Grab a copy. Support the skis in the world.
There are a lot of us. We do multiply.
Hey, were you there when the
Oh.
Indian Army was training with us?
You mean shot Rajit with the fucking shit show that ensued from that?
Remember when we went steel on steel?
Mm-hmm. I remember that. It was beautiful.
Can you fill in some gaps for our audience members over here?
So basically, Sergeant Penney was up there just making shit happen.
Wait a minute. Okay, time out. That's not where I was going with this one.
Oh, you want the India now?
What were what were the circumstances? Because I
Oh,
can't
they were
remember. It was
They were awful. Like, well, we've been stuck in those. What do you call them? What do you call them? Amphibs. I can't remember the name of them anymore.
the amphibs. The tracks?
Yeah.
LVTP-7s?
We were stuck in those tracks for at least what seemed like 8 hours. And they're like, we don't know if we're going to be able to put your stuff outside or inside the track. So everyone's got their shit wrapped up in trash bags. And then last minute, they just pile us all into the tracks, an entire 81 platoon with all of our packs and all of our guns. Just like, yeah, you guys can squeeze into these, 4 or 5 tracks. We'll get all of you guys in there. It'll be okay. Little Kirsch just sucking down diesel fumes and dying in the corner. They wanted us to dig in on Red Beach and just dig no shit fighting holes, and it wasn't happening because the ground was as hard as concrete. We had to move like at least 100 meters or 150 meters off the beach to finally be able to dig in. Oh, that was miserable.
It was a god awful experience.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with the steel on steel, we were.
Well, when we were weren't you calling targets that day?
Yeah, but there was a situation behind it though, because it was shortly thereafter. It was like we're going through the whole training evolution, and then I want to say that, it's a dog and pony, so leadership's walking around, and they put senior men on the guns, and that's fine. But we were looking, and we were doing direct lay, direct alignment, and we had already
that's
kind of
right.
dialed it in. But what I thought was great about it, so like our little cadre, people don't understand this, even like other grunts. I don't want to say that there's a huge difference, but there's a significant difference in between an 0341 who's serving in an 81 platoon and an 0341 who is in a line company.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that it's a bad thing, it's just their mission's different. So we're over here in our own little cadre, and we've got our 2 little guns that are set up, and they've got their leaf blowers. Now, granted, they did an awesome show for us also. But what I thought was great, though, was they came down over the hill. First round was HE, and it was like it hit the top of the turret, and you could hear.
Oh, I remember that. It was beautiful.
With the explosion. Oh my god! I was just like, that's so fucking money. And we sat there, and then because remember, it was like first round was HE. It was like HE, bubble up, Wooly P, bubble up. And the first round rang steel on steel. The other two dropped. And then the third or the fourth round, a Wooly P, wham, hit the steel on steel again. And we were just like, dude, that would fuck that tank up.
Mm-hmm.
And we all just sat there. Like, it goes and it rings out, and we're all like, yes. And you've got to keep your bearing. So we're all just like, And 60s do their thing, and they go over the hill. I mean, literally, for like 10 minutes, we're just sitting there like, They get over the hill just on the other side. We're like, yeah! I'm like, fuck yes, dude! Money! Oh, dude, it was so awesome. That was good shit.
Oh. It was even better when I turned my weapon into the armory and went and bought a monster and a burrito.
If you haven't already done so, check Amazon out. Again, what's the title of the book there?
See Me for Who I Am.
And Tyler here is just one of many authors, a variety of vignette, sea stories from across the spectrum, those who have deployed, those who haven't. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I commend you guys for getting together. More veterans should do the same. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, if you haven't already done so, listeners, go ahead, subscribe, rate, review the podcast. Listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Player FM. Give us a recommendation out there. Share us with your social networks. Spin us around. We're gonna come out with a new look and feel here pretty soon. And yeah, we really look forward to hearing your comments and your thoughts, and all of your feedback has been wonderful thus far, and we really appreciate it. So please share with your social networks and keep that feedback coming. And you're heard, you're understood, and you're acknowledged, and we're making the changes. So appreciate it. Sponsors, veteranslist.us. If you're a veteran-led business, by the way, and you want to get a featured membership on there, 50% off by entering in coupon code Cigars and Sea. Consumers, check out Counter-Strike Coffee, 10% off with coupon code Cigars and Sea. And also First Data. First Data, I love you guys. They're doing veteran-only non-merchant business accounts for credit card capture. So if you guys do any sort of credit card style, slide-through capture, if you do point of sale, if you do online, anything that has to do with taking credit card data, get in touch with us so that we can put you down with the right people. And when you do so, you will become a member of the First Data Mastermind group that we have together. And we work with one another in order to leverage each other's strengths. Pretty cool, huh? Tyler, thanks, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Make peace or die, brother.
Stay away from them dolphins, Sebastian.
I do try. They are wily creatures.
They get you every time.
Crazy
Every time.
sons of bitches. Jocelyn, cue the music.